Hi, Shelly. I just wanted first to welcome you to our department, and I want you to know that we're all here for you, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. My name is Taylor, and I just like in the student health that referred you here, everything you say to me is in confidence. We actually have a confidentiality waiver that I have already signed, if you would want to sign that too and date it.
And what all does the confidentiality waiver entail?
Well, just like at the student health, anything you say here in this room stays between you and me unless you mention something about hurting yourself or hurting others. And if that is brought up, then I will have to take further steps just for your own safety. But otherwise, everything else you tell me in here stays between you and I.
So is Title IX relevant?
Title IX isn't relevant here because I'm not part of your school system. I'm a different department. So this has nothing to do with your school system.
Okay.
Pardon me. Thank you very much. Okay, Shelly, so tell me, what's been going on with you?
Well, I just don't feel like myself anymore. I'm just depressed. I just don't feel like ever getting out of my bed. I just don't feel like doing anything.
Okay, I see. Is there anything that has lately that's happened that has made you feel like that, or how long has this been going? Has this been going on for a while?
I'd say like 2 to 3 months. I don't know. I go to parties, I drink. I don't feel like I drink too much. I drink like the average college student, probably like 3 to 4 times a week. And when I go to parties, I mean, I get really drunk, but all my friends get drunk too, so it's not like it's an issue or anything. But I only drink because I'm stressed about school, because I don't go to school, so I miss a lot of stuff. And
then it just feels like an endless cycle that takes you down that road, that dark hole.
Yep, as soon as I get caught up on schoolwork, I get 50 more assignments that I've missed from the days that I've been missing to catch up on the homework that I've missed before.
I bet that just is really stressful.
It just never ends.
It's hard when you get when you start feeling like that. So I can only imagine that that's very hard for you. Have you talked to like a counselor? I know student health referred you here. What brought you to student health? What made you go see them?
Well, I don't really know. Sometimes when I go to parties, like, I have sex with guys, and I always just go to student health to make sure that, like, I'm clean, because I don't really remember half the time when I have sex with them, so I don't know if we used a condom or we didn't use a condom, and I just want to make sure that I'm clean, and I'm not pregnant, and I don't have any STDs, so that if it happens again, then I'm not spreading STDs around campus.
Well, that's awesome. That's so fantastic that you're smart enough that you go and you're willing to go do that, take those steps for your own safety and for the safety of other people around you. So that's really fantastic that you're doing that. That's a great thing. Have you talked to anyone about the depression part of anything? Have you talked to like your student psychiatrist?
No, I was just talking to the nurse about it, and she just referenced me to you guys, and I also went to the nurse because I've just started getting these headaches that I don't know where they're coming from. I mean, it could be that I'm not getting enough sleep, it could be the pillows that I'm using, it could be I need to go to the chiropractor, it could be so many different things. So I went to student health, and here I am.
Okay. Would you ever be willing, at this point in time, do you think, willing to go talk to someone who would specialize in, like, just like a therapist, but just like the student counseling center, the student body counseling center?
I mean, maybe. I would have to do some research on them. I've done counselors before, and I mean, sometimes you just don't like who you get, so it's hard to open up to somebody that you don't really like.
And I understand that totally. I completely understand that. So you have had past experience with other therapists before?
Yep.
How did they all go badly, or did some of them go okay? How long ago was that? Can you explain more to me?
I just stopped going. I mean, they helped, and then I felt better. I didn't get depressed, so then I just stopped going. I was going about once, sometimes twice a week, and I just was like, oh, I don't need them anymore, so I quit going.
Okay, how long did you visit them for?
I went to one counselor like maybe 4 times. Went to the other counselor like twice and just got on a happy horse and quit going.
Okay. When was the last time you talked to your counselor?
It's been about like 2-3 months since I talked to somebody.
Okay, so probably about the same amount of time that you've been kind of feeling this way.
Yep.
How long have you been using substances before that? Or is this like a relatively new thing in your life, in your opinion?
Well, I've been drinking since high school, but I just feel like I've been drinking more lately. I haven't been, before I would only drink on weekends, but now I'm just drinking all the time. I mean, 3 to 4 times. I don't really get drunk every time. I just like to have a few drinks.
And did you have a lot of sex with boys before?
Um,
And it's totally okay if you don't feel comfortable answering these questions.
Well, when I was younger, in like middle school, somebody in my family, they like did stuff to me. So I feel like me having sex with boys isn't as big of a deal as it is for other girls, because other girls take pride and joy in it because they haven't had the experiences in life that I have had. So I just feel like sex is just sex to me. It's not special or emotional like it should be. It's just something you do to have fun.
Have you ever been in a serious relationship where you had a partner that you felt that sex was important to you?
I mean, I did, but he didn't. So,
Okay. How long were you guys together?
well, I thought we were together for like 4 months, but he was still out having sex with other girls, so it just was just sex to him.
And that probably doesn't feel good.
No, and that probably helps lead to me not feeling happy and not wanting to go to school, because every time you try to trust somebody, you just get slapped in the face and you can't trust them anymore.
So, is there anyone you think you can trust? Do you have any good friends or family members that know about these issues that you feel like you've been having, that you've talked to about?
Well, I mean, I talk to my roommate sometimes, but she's really busy with her own life, so I don't want to like worry her with mine. And my mom lives 4 hours away, so it's hard to like actually sit down and have a conversation with her because I don't really see her a whole lot. She knows a little bit about my life, but she doesn't know that I drink 3 to 4 times a week, and she doesn't know that I get really drunk on the weekends. So I guess I don't really talk to anybody because I'm scared that if I talk to somebody, then I'm not going to be able to trust them anymore.
Okay. Does your mom, so are you closest to your mom then? When you talk to your family, you talk to your mother?
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. That's great. So you'd say you have a good relationship with your mom?
Yeah, it's all right.
Just the distance is kind of what makes it hard?
Yep.
That's great. That's a really good thing. And it's great that you have your roommate there. I know it's hard to talk to people when they're busy sometimes, but that's awesome that you have that support system there for you. Does your mom know about you feeling depressed? Because it seems will not diagnose you. That's not my position. I'm just here to help you be better and help yourself be better. But does your mom know about these kind of depressed-ish feelings or moods that you have?
My mom probably notices it when I talk to her that I'm not as happy as I sometimes am, and she probably sees it, but she's probably just scared to say anything because she doesn't want to upset me just in case I already am upset. And she probably has a good idea, but she just doesn't want to come to terms with it. Same with me.
Okay. So what makes you scared to come to terms with it?
I don't want to ever have to take medicine to make myself feel better. I know like some of my friends have been diagnosed with depression and they have to take this medicine, and that's not who I am. I want to be happy to be who I am and not happy because there's a pill that makes me happy.
Okay, so what things do you typically do other than drinking and partying? What other things are there that make you happy? What are your major in school?
Well, my major in school right now, I haven't chose one. I'm just doing my generals, and the time's coming where I need to pick a major, but I don't know what I want to do. It's just such a big life decision.
What year in school are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So I have to figure it out by the end of this semester so I can apply for the program if it needs to be applied for. I mean, I'm interested in sports and stuff like that, but I don't want to be a basketball coach my whole life. Like I want to do something with maybe kids or teenagers, or I don't know what I want to do. I'm just at this peak in my life where I'm just lost.
Yeah, that's probably adds more stress too, and it doesn't help. I can see that it makes you very upset.
Yeah.
So you say you like kids. Have you ever considered teaching?
Well, I mean, I like kids, but I don't like kids when they don't listen to you, and I feel like teaching is just a lot of work because you have to like make sure everyone's paying attention, and if one person doesn't get it, you have to go back. And I have the attitude, if you just don't get it, you're just not going to get it, and I don't want to take time out of my life to teach it to you because I bartend at this hotel, and when we hire new people, I just get so mad when they don't catch on to bartending and they suck, and I just want to yell at them, and I never want to split tips equally with them because I know I think I'm a better bartender than them, and it just gets frustrating. I just don't like teaching people things if they're not going to catch on.
Yeah, no, that's completely understandable. Have you taken any classes, like, since you're just exploring, have you taken any classes that are work with kids or that have sports stuff, like sports recreation, or...
I mean, I took a child development class, and that was pretty interesting. Like, we learned stuff about, like, kids when they're younger, and then when we learn through each stage, so, like, the 0 to 1, 2 to 4, and then 5 to 7, and stuff like that. And, I mean, that was pretty interesting.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. So it's good that you kind of have an idea of what makes you happy. So we can come back to that, too, at the end of our talk, but I want to know more about you. What else, other than those things, make you happy? Do you like painting or music, or what do you like to do on your free time?
I mean, I like scrapbooking, and I like doing puzzles, and I used to like to ride dirt bike when I was back at home, but now that I've moved away, I never get to ride because I never get to go home. And I don't know, I just like driving for no purpose. I just like to go on long drives on the country and just listen to music and be by myself.
That sounds like a very relaxing time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, when you get into your upset moods where you feel just lost, is that something that you tend to do?
I tend to go on drives, or I tend to go in my room and watch Netflix and fall asleep so I don't have to deal with it anymore.
Okay, do the drives make you feel better?
The drives make me feel better because the music puts me in a better mood.
Okay, so music is something that really impacts you emotionally.
Yep.
That's awesome. Do you play any instruments?
No, I mean, I played the oboe in high school, but no, I just quit that because it was too much extra time out of my day.
That's understandable. Okay, so this is great. So you like music and sports. You were saying you like sports, basketball?
I like basketball, but I played volleyball in high school, so that was fun.
Okay, cool. This is awesome. These are great things. These are fantastic things I'm learning about you. Thank you for being so open and honest with me.
Mm-hmm.
So going more into what I think could possibly be a form of depression, do you know if you have any history in your family, or do you not? Is it kind of hard to think about?
We don't really have depression. We more have like alcoholics in my family. No one's really depressed. They just go to AA meetings, or they still drink, and that's about it for stuff in my family. Okay.
So there's this really awesome tool that we use at this facility, and it's called a genomap. Basically what it is we map out your relationship with your parents and siblings. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have any kids.
Okay, so we do kids too, and then it helps us better understand the biological history about yourself. Would you be willing to quickly just do a brief one with me today?
I suppose.
Okay. So write your name right in the middle. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any siblings?
I have a sister that's younger than me.
Okay.
Her name is Melissa.
Do you guys have a good relationship?
Well, we just have the same dad and not the same mom, so she lives with my dad, but I don't really know a whole lot about my dad. He lives super close to my mom, but he doesn't know my birthday, or he doesn't know Like, he doesn't wish us Merry Christmas or Happy Easter. He just kind of calls us when he wants us to buy him lunch.
Okay, so you would have a pretty hard relationship with him?
Yeah, it's just very distant, even though he lives super close.
Does that affect, do you think about that a lot, or how are you feeling with how that's been?
I mean, I've dealt with him my whole life, so I've just came to realize that it's his loss and it's his fault that he doesn't get to see me be successful in everything that I do.
Okay. Are you okay with that? Or do you think...
I mean, I have to be okay with it because he's never willing to put in any extra effort to see me. He went and visited my brother in jail for 30 minutes that he had to drive 3 hours, and he wouldn't even come visit me in Grand Forks 4 hours away.
I'm sure that hurts.
Yep.
It probably doesn't feel good.
Yep.
Okay, so you have a brother. What is your brother's name?
I have three brothers. One's name is Justin, and one's name is Michael, and we have the same mom.
Okay.
And then I have a brother named Patrick that has a different dad than me.
Okay. So let's map this. I might need your help with this.
Okay.
So, your mom.
Yes.
So they were married.
Yes.
They're not married anymore?
No.
Okay. And your relationship with your mom, you said, was pretty good?
Yep.
Okay. And do you know if anyone else in your family has any history of depression or...
No, my dad's an alcoholic, and so is my mom's dad. He's an alcoholic too.
Okay, so you have alcohol. And you mentioned your brother was in jail. Is
Yeah.
that alcohol related or?
He did drugs, so he's been to jail twice, and he's an addict as well.
Okay. So it seems that there has been a little bit of history of substance abuse in your family.
Yep.
All right. Does your family openly talk about this with each other? Are you guys comfortable, like, talking about how to help each other? What is the whole dynamic in that sense?
Well, my dad doesn't really count because he doesn't really talk to us, but my grandpa is like 33 years sober, so he's very open about it. He always shows us his tokens that he gets at his AA meetings and how happy and successful he is, and he's so happy that he quit drinking. And then my brother Justin, he just got like an 8-month chip a little bit ago, so he's pretty excited about that he's been sober for 8 months. And
that must be pretty inspirational for you and your family.
It makes me happy that he's happy because he was a worry in our family too.
That's awesome. So do you and your brother have a good relationship? Justin, do you guys have a pretty good relationship?
We talk every now and again. He mainly only calls me when he wants to borrow some money, but then we do some side chatter too.
Okay. So out of your siblings, who would you say you're the closest to?
Probably Michael.
Michael?
Yep.
And how's Michael doing?
Michael's really good. He still lives at home with my mom, and he has a really good job, and if I ever need him, he's always there for me, and we always just bicker at each other like it's funny, and he's a really good brother.
Have you talked to him about anything like what's been going on in the past few months?
No. We just kind of talk and catch up and make sure we're both still breathing, and that's what I like because he's not too concerned about me. He doesn't always ask me how I'm feeling or why I'm sad. He just talks to talk, and that's what I like.
Does it make you feel better when you talk to him? Is it kind of like a form of your own personal therapy?
Yep.
Okay, that's so great. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing all that information for me. I can only imagine how hard that is to tell someone who you just met today. But it's really going to help us out, and it's fantastic that you were so open. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And this will never be seen by anyone. This is just for you and me.
Okay.
So this won't be shown to anyone else.
Okay.
Okay. So I think one of the best things that we can do right now would probably just start to set up an action plan, if that's okay with you. And if you want, I can explain more what that is to you.
Yeah, what would that all entail?
I think for the time being, an action plan that we would set up is one where when you're starting to feel depressed, when you feel like you need to go drink to kind of get rid of it. And do you ever think about suicide or ending your life or?
No, every time I get depressed, I just thinking about going in the fridge and grabbing a cold beer.
Okay. So I think the best thing that we could probably do is just set up, it's just an immediate, it's emergency, it's just a quick plan. So when you're feeling like this. So you mentioned, so we're going to do 4 people. So you mentioned that you can talk to your mom.
Yep.
Would you consider Michael someone you can call when you're feeling like that?
I feel like I can call him just to put me in a better mood. I don't have to tell him what's going on or what's wrong with me. He'll just put me in a better mood.
Okay, so you feel like calling him would help you?
Yep.
Okay, is there any 2 other people can you think of that if you're starting to feel depressed or unmotivated or like you want to drink, anyone else that you think you can call that would help you?
I could probably call one of my really good friends, Megan, from my hometown. She always likes to talk to me.
Okay. And do you think you can count your roommate in that too, or is she too busy, or what do you think?
I could probably put my roommate down. She'd be a good person to talk to.
Okay, what's her name? Because you can take this home with you, so this will stay with you. Okay. This is your action plan.
My roommate's name is Crystal.
Okay. All right. Next, what are 3 things that you can do yourself if for some reason you can't get a hold of your emergency contacts? You mentioned going for drives and listening to music.
Mhm.
What else do you think that you could do in an immediate moment that you feel like you can motivate yourself to go do to help you?
I mean, maybe just sit in my room and think about why I'm depressed and try to change it, or I could just put my headphones in and...
Okay, so just listening to music and solitary?
Yep.
And maybe puzzles too. You mentioned puzzles. Do you think that would be something that you could add to this?
Yeah, puzzles really help me clear my head.
And I'm sure you listen to music too when you're doing it?
No, I feel like I can't focus enough on the puzzle if I listen to music and I get too distracted.
Okay, so that's cool that you can have these different areas so you have your time for your puzzle and you have time for music.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome because then you have all these different outlets where when you're feeling depressed or that you need a drink, that you can go do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with all this, what do you want out of this? Because I know you were referred here by student health, but you sound like you want to not feel this way and that you have before gotten help willingly and it seems like it's worked. So this time around, what are you hoping to get from it? And I'm going to write this on your action plan too. So when you are feeling depressed, you can look at it and it's a good reminder and motivation for what you want out of this.
I mean, I'm just hoping to feel like normal again. I'm hoping to feel like when I go to class, feel confident in the way that I look, and I just want to feel confident in showing up to school and knowing that I'm going to school for a purpose. I want to be able to get back on a regular sleep schedule so that I can actually be awake and attentive in class. I want to still be able to go to parties and enjoy parties and have fun with my friends, but maybe not get as drunk as I do. I want to be able to be stressed without wanting to have a drink. I want to be able to just be stressed and cope with the stress and not have to get drunk every time.
Okay, those are awesome. Those are really fantastic goals, Shelly. So it sounds like that you have the willpower to do this and that you really want to be better, essentially. Okay, so this is for you. You can take that home with you. And when you start feeling depressed or like you need a drink, look at those goals that you want to get out of this. And hopefully that reminds you. And then if that doesn't work, call one of those resources up or go do one of those things. So you can keep that and you can take that with you. Okay. So our time is almost up. But I would like to see you again if that's something that you're interested in.
I suppose I could make an appointment with you.
Okay. So I think for next time would you be okay with maybe trying to talk more about your school, about finding a major, something that interests you?
Yeah, we could do that.
It's moving. Okay, so I think for next time that'd be a good focus.
Okay.
So then we can, because you want to feel confident in school, and I know that school can be hard and a big whirlwind of things all at once, and when you're feeling like this, it doesn't help. So first, and from now until our next meeting, you can focus on your action plan, and I actually have some resources here available for you that if you are feeling depressed or if you feel like you're in danger at a party for drinking too much, there's numbers you can call. There's a suicide hotline number right there you can call. That's very helpful. And there's information on how much you should drink for your body weight and for your height and like being a female. So if you're still trying to kind of figure out, because you said you're a sophomore but you've been drinking since high school, if you're still trying to figure out how much you should be drinking, that can help you figure that out.
Okay.
Because it is okay to drink, but you just gotta figure out. It's hard to figure out what your limits are sometimes. So hopefully that tool can help you. So next time we'll talk about that. But for the time being now, try to focus on your action plan. And maybe should we try and stick to maybe just drinks on the weekend? What do you want to do? What do you feel about that?
We could try that till the next appointment, and I can let you know how it goes.
Okay. What would be a good time? What would be a good time of day and number to call you at?
My phone number is 701-539-1820.
Okay. And what time of day is usually the best time to reach you?
Anytime between 2 and 3:30
p.m.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to set up an appointment now, or do you want to set up one later?
I know that I'm free next Monday, so next Monday would be great anytime after 4.
Okay, so how about we say 5:30?
We can do that.
Awesome, that's fantastic. And here's my number 2. There's my card with all my information on it. If you need me, you can call me. I won't always be able to pick up like a hotline would be able to, but if you need to talk to me about the meeting or about our meeting today, please feel free to call me. This is my work number.
Okay.
And if you feel like you are in danger to yourself, call the suicide hotline number that is on the sheet. Call your emergency contacts, or even sometimes call 911.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
Thank you.
It's been amazing getting to know you.
Thank you.
And I think that this is going to be a really great relationship, and you seem like you're a fantastic person. Awkward. So yeah, there's the interview. Peace out. Sorry, Kitco. It's cool.